Today we'll be making manatees. They're super cute and they look like fat seals, sort of. But we hope you will like and subscribe this video.
All right, are you ready to draw a manatee?
Yeah.
What made you choose a manatee?
I was looking through a book and I saw a manatee.
What book?
A national parks book.
Oh, okay. So a manatee's gonna have a pretty big body.
Right.
And I think for this picture, instead of like when we did the dog, we did it horizontal. I think I want to do this one vertically. And he'll kind of be, he or she, depending on what you make, will be kind of floating, standing up, almost like looking like they stand up even though they don't have legs.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna start off with the head. And we're going to start in the top right-hand corner, okay? We're gonna draw kind of a circle. I'm gonna draw really light at first, so I can go back over with a heavier line later on. And I'm just gonna kind of make a circle up here of some kind. It doesn't have to attach to anything, so you don't have to finish it. And I'm gonna make, this will be like the base for his head. Manatees also have like this big snoot. And this isn't a real manatee, so we don't have to draw it exactly like it would be. But I kind of think of a manatee as being a little bit bigger mouth and stuff than a walrus.
Right.
So we'll just draw maybe some circles or curves that will represent kind of where the mouth is and the whiskers. So something around there. Good. All right, so we've got our head. We have the mouth area, and we'll probably want to do some eyes. For this one, my eyes, I'm gonna do one eye on this side of the head, and because he's gonna be angled kind of a little bit different. He's not straight on, and he's not, like, we're not looking at the side of him. So I'm gonna make one of his eyes float, because he's a cartoon. And you can do whatever you like. So if you want to make the same eyes, if you want to make different eyes, whatever works. So I'm going to do a nice big circle right here. Again, fairly soft. And then I'm going to make the other circle smaller, and I'm going to make it over here. Again, you do not have to have a floating eye. You could attach it. You could make it so there's only one eye. Whatever works for you. How many manatees have you seen in your life?
0.
Not even in a book?
In a book, yes. In books.
But not in real life.
Yeah.
So give it a little eyebrow, something like that. And now we've got the start of our head. Manatee's nose. What do you think the manatee's nose might look like?
Very whiskery. I mean,
so his lips are kind of whiskery. What
Yeah.
about the nose itself? Does he have like a people nose? Does he have a beak?
he has like these like slits, kind of like a snake. It's like, but like not more circular than a snake's.
Okay, so I'm going to just draw somewhere in between where the mouth is and the eyes. I'll just draw some little curves, and then I'll curve it back around and let it touch, but not at the top. Something like that. Good. And remember, if we make a mistake, we can always just erase. If we don't like it, we don't have to keep it. So if we want to now make a body for our manatee, we're going to use curves again. So we'll do a little curve where the mouth kind of is over on the right-hand side. Little curve. And then we'll curve it back the opposite way. And how big are manatee?
They're pretty big.
Are they skinny or are they big, like fat?
They're pretty chubby.
Okay. So if we're gonna make a tummy, we're gonna make a tummy. Something like that. And then what we'll do is, here's his tummy, but we're gonna come back, or hers. We're gonna come back over here and make the tail. So to do that, we're gonna wrap it around. And then just real light, I'm gonna make kind of an angled shape so it comes out and flares. Right, something like that. Doesn't have to be.
It's a little bit very curvy.
Yeah, and remember, it's a cartoon, so you can kind of make it however you want. The other thing I'm gonna do is maybe make a, so we know it's some kind of a flipper of some kind, right? I'm just gonna kind of make some embellishment inside of it. And I'm gonna make a little curve in here. So it's not just straight across. Then for the back, I'm just gonna kind of get an idea of how I want it to come down and then come back around for the flipper, or the back pin, right? One of the things that I like to do in my drawings sometimes is make it like if it's an object that is kind of chubby, I'll just add in some little marks where there's folds where the body might touch another piece of the body. So by the head, I'm gonna put a little fold, and then that will run down through the back. And now he looks like he's just a little bit heavier. What else do we need, do you think?
More like a flipper, like right here.
Okay. So let's do a flipper. Flippers can be kind of what you want them to be. So however you think a manatee might look, sometimes they could just kind of look like a paddle, or you could shape it a little bit. So I think for this one, I'm going to give him kind of a rounded, flared, and then it comes back in. And again, just to show some of that chubbiness, I'm gonna put this little guy right here, and it kind of just shows a little extra piece of skin there. So we have a flipper. Good, I love it.
Mine's a little bit small.
Well, you can always change it. And then if we want to show that he has two, you can just kind of make another one over here. Right? Now, we've got some cleanup work. So I might make another little fold down here. So he looks like he's got a little bit of weight on him. What else do we need to do near the face?
Eyes.
The eyes, okay. So for my eyes, I'm gonna do them a little bit different than we did the dogs. For my pupil, I'm gonna draw a circle. I'm gonna draw another circle inside, and that one's gonna stay white. That'll be the light highlight. And then I'm gonna draw another circle, kind of a little bit bigger, and that is going to be a lighter color. So I'm just gonna shade that in with a light gray, and that gives them some cutie eyes.
I'm just skipping the gray part, and I'm just doing one dot. And
cool, that's what I did with my dog. Right, there we go. Now, if you want to change the eyes a little bit, you can too. So I like that you're putting like little blinkers on for him. Mm-hmm. So if you want to do that, you just carry a line over, maybe give it a curve if you choose to. And then the cool part about putting those on is you don't have to keep the total line at the bottom if you don't want to. Again, whatever you like to do. But now if I erase this, it starts to look like
eyebrow over here needs to be a little bit smaller.
Oh, you did the floating eye too. I like it. You can do that on the outside too, but I'm gonna keep the bottom because it's on the outside.
He looks kind of like a cyclops without it.
Without an eye?
Yeah.
We could have attached the eye over here too, though. And that's another choice.
Right.
But I like to kind of make it look more fun. And for me, that little floating eye is a lot of fun. So I'm going to clean up the lines over here for the mouth. Maybe give him a mouth, like give him a little lip down at the bottom. Clean up some of these lines. Make them darker. What else does he need?
Whiskers.
Okay, so to do whiskers, we did them on the dog. We did like 3 little dots just to kind of show they were there. Would a manatee have more or less than a dog?
I feel like more.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna put lots of little dots there, and we're gonna do the same on the other little lip flap. You just kind of put them randomly wherever. We're gonna clean up some of those lines. And one of the last things I would do with my manatee anyway is put some hairs. So just some little whiskery hairs at the bottom so we know what's going on.
Okay.
All right, so let's pause, clean these up a little bit, get some darker lines, erase if we want to
Color.
If we want to color or highlight the outline, whatever that is, let's do that, okay? And then we'll come back and we'll show. All right, here's our finished copies. So for me, I just erased some of the pencil lines, and then I really darkened in with a marker. I darkened in the line a lot, so I made it much thicker. And it kind of makes him stand out a little bit more. Added a few bubbles, and then you guys decided to name him Jack. So Jack the manatee. I think he looks like a fat seal, but I think he does look pretty cool. All right, what about yours? Tell me a little bit about yours.
Well, I colored mine in colored pencil.
Love it.
I like when I color it in marker a little bit better because you can see all the pencil lines. But
well, sometimes if you, depending on how you're coloring the pencil lines, can make it look really cool.
It wasn't all the same direction though.
I see you did some darker color for some of the eye and for the fin.
And then I added a little bow because
Nice.
I like adding my little bows in the drawings, and then I added some hearts because
I think it looks amazing. What's her name?
it's Marin.
Cool.
I was thinking of all the names I could possibly think of, and Marin popped into my head.
I think we did a pretty good job, and thank you for picking a manatee. I never would have picked a manatee. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.